All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. My name is Steve and I'm with the Up and Moving team. We're excited to deliver a quick 30-minute workout today. We're going to focus a little bit more on the upper body, so the arms and the trunk and your core. Two things that you'll need today. I have a broom. We're going to do some cleaning, so to speak, and also a chair or something to sit on. I'll give you just a minute here to grab those things. Of course, grab a bottle of water, anything else you need, maybe a friend, a family member, and we'll get our 30 minutes of physical activity in for today. So I'm going to get set up and join me when you're ready here. A chair, broomstick. While we're waiting for folks, the goal of Up and Moving is to help us stay physically active during the pandemic and beyond. We created this a couple of years ago and we're excited to keep it moving to really keep all of us healthy here in the Upper Peninsula, northern Wisconsin, downstate, and really anybody can tune in. So we're going to start first with a 5-minute warm-up here. And then we'll get started today. I have 3 blocks or sets of intervals. So we'll get our heart rate beating a little faster, again, using muscles in our trunk and our arms, kind of from the waist up. So we'll get started with some arm swings here. It's always a good opportunity. I'm going to do this just to move things out of the way. Make sure you don't have any rugs or trip hazards, coffee tables. Have a little bit of real estate here in your living room, garage, wherever you're joining us from. Going to make these arm circles gradually bigger and bigger. And then we'll go ahead and switch. We'll go the opposite direction. Start small. Gradually making these bigger and bigger. Great to see everybody on camera today, giving you a virtual wave here and saying hello. Anybody else that's joining us, you just need a broom, a mop, and a sturdy chair for today's workout, a bottle of water. All right, next we're going to do some twists. I really like these. Kind of back and forth here. And with the twist, we're going to add in a little variation here. I'm going to make some soft fists with my hand. And as I'm twisting here, I'm going to tap one fist just over my belly button and then kind of the same spot in the back. It's a little bit of a kind of flapping and tapping here. Okay, next we're going to take one of our arms that's on the front. We're going to tap just below the collarbone here, still tapping in the back as well. We'll do the side view here. All the movements today, I'll do my best to show any variations. I do have the chair, all of this stuff today while you're doing this. And certainly do sitting on a chair, sitting on a couch. Couple more of these. We'll be rotating a little bit here on my chair. Yep, don't forget the twist here. Helps if you have a twisty chair. I guess lucky today. I didn't quite plan this, but we'll go. All right. Okay, next one we're going to do is a little skiing. I know we're out of season here. We're looking forward to summer being outdoors, but I'm going to take my arms here, stick them way out, and then bring them close into my body. Everything here in the camera here. I'm just going to do a little bend at the waist and then extend my arms. Kind of the motion looks like this. We're going to do some skiing a little bit later in the workout today, so we'll be warming up here. When you do this, you can think that if you have a little ball here, almost doing like a little crunch. Crunching, extending arm. And then you can try this. If you rock up on the ball, the toes of your toes and come down, add a little leg movement to it. Then all of these, as we're warming up here, I can do this seated with my chair. Hopefully, I don't have any arm rests that are in the way. Couple different variations here. Okay, next, I'll meet you back here in the center. Going to rub our hands together here. Tap, tap on our chest here. Rub those hands together. Tap on the chest. Okay, next, I'm going to meet you at the chair, actually. We're going to practice a little paddling. We're going to be doing some of that in our workout today. So just getting kind of set up here during the warm-up. We're going to take that broomstick here. I'm going to grab it so it's about shoulder width where my hands are. Okay. And this will be kind of a paddling motion, like you're in a kayak, for example. And I'm simply going to sort of simulate some paddling strokes here to give you the side view. So as you're doing this, the one thing that I'd like you to think about today is it's a little less arms, so you can see the difference here. If I'm just kind of moving my arms and putting them straight out, bringing them back. And I want you to think, you do this to use just a little bit more muscles in the sort of side of the stomach here, the thumb. So it's not only arms, but it does engage some of those muscles that you might normally feel if you're doing maybe like a crunch or a sit-up. Do a few strokes here of kayaking. Front view here. Okay, now we're going to do just canoeing here. So, just like you have a canoe paddle. Okay, so we're going to reach forward, the broom here close to the camera. I'm just going to extend back. We'll try a few strokes on each side. As I'm doing this, as we're just getting comfortable, again, the tendency is just to use the arms, kind of like this. But notice the difference here if I'm using my arms and now I'm kind of bending, almost that little crunching motion. My arms are actually a lot more straight than if I'm doing this. Okay, so play around with this a little bit. I'm going to switch to the other side here. Now what I'd like you to do, if you're willing and able, you can go ahead and stand up, and we'll finish here with some stand-up paddleboard. The side view here. Again, just think about using muscles not only in the arms, but also in the stomach. Push the muscles in the back. So we do both sides here. Literally, we're sweeping the floor today. Okay. Meet you back in the center here. Go ahead and kind of shake it out with our hands. Move those shoulders up and down. The elbows here. Kind of flick of the wrists. Okay, last one is part of our warm-up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of stagger my feet. I have my left foot just a little bit more forward than my right. Okay, so I got a nice athletic stance here. What I'm going to do is put my hands up like I'm boxing. Okay, so I'm going to put my hands up, and what I'd like you to do is just do a little baby, what we call a jab. So in boxing here, I'm going to do it with my right arm. I got my hands up here. Just going to extend my arm forward. We'll do 3 on the right. Okay, now what I'd like you to do with this, and give you the side view here with my right arm, it certainly is some arm movement, but now what I'd like to do is kind of shift my weight from my back foot to my front foot. So I'm going to just kind of add a little weight shift here. So as I do this, kind of lean into it, so to speak, and I'm sort of leveraging the strength and the muscles here in my stomach and sort of core, kind of put a little bit more oomph into the boxing jab. Okay, so I got my hands up here, right arm, nice athletic stance. Just kind of jabbing forward here versus just this. A little bit of a motion like this. Let's try with the left arm here. Again, nice athletic stance. Going to do a jab with the left. Jab. Jab. Go right. Left. Right. Left. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to do sort of a cross here. So I'm going to go right jab and then cross with my left. It looks like you're picking it up pretty quickly here, folks on camera. So right, jab, and then cross. Right. We can do a motion like this. So I'm doing my right. Look, back up, Steve. Let's make sure we equal it out. Do it the other side. So let's do left jab, left, right cross. Left, left, right. Double check, see if you're adding a little bit of movement from the upper body here, not just the arms. Left jab, right jab. Left jab, wait for it, right cross. Left jab, right cross. Right jab, left cross. Last one that we'll do is a little bit of an uppercut here. I'm going to take my arms, start with the right. It's going to kind of come up like this. Either side view here. Uppercut. Try one more with the right, uppercut. And then let's go left. And another one. Okay. We'll add this in, so you walk me through. Here we go. We're going to do a right jab. Do one more right jab. Left. Cross. Right? Right jab. Left cross. Right uppercut. If we can do that sequence here. So right jab. Left cross. Uppercut. To right. One more time. Right jab. Left cross. Right uppercut. We'll flip it around, see if we can do it on the other side. Kind of the left or right handed here. Okay, so left jab, right cross, left uppercut. Left jab, right cross, left uppercut. One more. Left jab, right cross, left uppercut. Okay. Hopefully we're warmed up. I showed you a few things here. We did some paddling, we got some boxing going on. Some double holding here. Now we're going to put it all together with our workout. Go through a little bit faster pace. So grab a quick drink if you need to. I'll get our timer started here, and we'll see if we can go through on our 4-minute segments here. We'll get going in about 30 seconds here. And for this first one, we will use the chair a couple minutes in. So what I'm going to do is just set my chair behind me here. Better yet, set it to the side so I don't back into it. Okay, if you're on camera, give me a thumbs up when you're ready, back in the center of your room, and we'll get started. I appreciate the feedback here. Looks like everybody's just about back. 15 seconds, we'll get started here. We're going to go through 4 exercises, each about a minute long. Okay, count you down here, coming from 10. Okay, we're going to get going in 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. First thing, we're going to press out, punch out, and up. Out, and up. Out, and up. Out, out, up. Keep it going. Out, and up, out, and out. We're about halfway through with this mini exercise here. Again, we have 4. If your arms are getting tired, you can pivot at any time. You can just do the sort of pushing out here. We don't do this movement a lot, so you'll probably feel it in your arms and shoulders today. Again, stomach muscles. Okay, a couple more here. I'm going to switch to the next exercise, which is going to be our canoe. You'll need that chair. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to grab my chair, grab my broom. Get going with our canoeing here. Grab that paddle. We're going to go 30 seconds on whatever side you started with first. Then we'll switch to balance it out. As you're doing this, you're reaching forward, crunching. It's like sweeping the carpet here, sweeping the floor. Okay, we'll get ready here. Gonna go ahead and flip to the other side. You want to make this harder? Pick up the pace a little bit here. canoe, our virtual canoe here is moving fast over whatever body of water is close to you. Lake Superior is close to us here on campus. Couple more strokes here. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put that paddle aside. Readjust, move the chair. We're going to do some speedball here. So I'm going to take my arms, put them up above my head. Kind of like I'm hitting a speedball here, kind of rotating them. If your arms are already a little tired since we've been going, a couple minutes here, you can bring these down and do this. Whatever feels best for you. And then once in a while, give a little tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. You can do these standing in place. They can do these seated as well. Sort of hitting that speedball, keeping it going. 5. Couple more here. 3, 2, 1. Last exercise in this set. I'll meet you here in the middle. I'm going to do a little standing crunch here. Take my hands, put them up by my head here, and take my opposite knee and my opposite elbow and just try to touch them. It's okay if they don't touch. We're doing a little standing crunch here. Give the side view. How about you? But I'm definitely breathing a little bit harder. For those that are doing this seated, same thing. Just do whatever's in your range of motion here that you can do. And twist. I'll count you down. This is our last exercise. We take a 1-minute break. Okay, here we go. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one here. Great work. Take a quick breather here. Move the chair out of the way. Grab a drink if you need it, like I said. Take those arms out. We'll reset here in just a short minute. Take your time here. We'll get our timer pre-set up for our next one. You might find that, hey, my arms felt a little tired there. That's okay. That's what we're looking for. Thinking about muscles in the stomach here and back that we're trying to recruit as well. We're going to get started with our second set or block of these short 1-minute intervals where we mix up the exercise here. Going to get started in just a few seconds here. This one we're going to start with on my notes here. I have Steve. We're going to go to kayaking. Going to do a little moon bear dance and then finish up with another ab routine at the end. Okay, if you're on camera, go ahead and give me a wave or a thumbs up. I'll know that we're ready to go. We'll get started with this one here in about 15 seconds, and then we'll get started. Okay, to get started here, we're going to do that skiing motion or the double pulling motion. So just to remind you here, if we're getting started, take out those hands, keep the arms, put them way out, and then bring them way in. It's a nice compact movement. And let's get started with our double pulling here. If you're getting started, I can show these seated as well. Really helps with that chair. The arm rests are low, or maybe you don't have any arm rests. Make these a bit more challenging. Let's pick up the tempo. Go a little faster. Keep in mind, you're doing a crunch, extend the arms, a crunch, extend, crunch. If you're willing and able, want to give it a try to go one more level harder. You can come up on those toes. It's almost a bit more of a whole body movement. Coming up on the toes, As you come down, you're crunching, bending those arms. Do a couple more. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. I'm going to grab that stool or chair, grab the broom that's our paddle. We'll get into some kayaking strokes here. Grab a nice firm grip. Get going here. Then think about using the arms as well as those muscles in the trunk, the stomach and back here. Side view, remember, it's less of this, more of a reaching out. My arms don't bend quite as much. Using those bigger muscle groups in my trunk to really get that paddle moving. On camera, everybody's looking great. I see some water droplets coming off the end of the broomstick there. So you're definitely in the water here. You're looking good. Okay, let's do up to 5 more. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next one. Go ahead and put that paddle away. Move the chair out of the way. I'm going to give you kind of diagonal view here. Going to tap my knees. And then reach up and look at the sky. If you want to make these a little bit more advanced, you could reach down and touch your toes. Come all the way up. Find what one works best for you. The seated option, same thing. Touch my knees. Hands go up towards the sky, head tip back just a tad. Let's do 5 more if we're finishing these out here. 5, 4, 3, keep it up, good work. 2, and last one here. Okay. Shake it out. We've got one more exercise here, then we'll take another mini break. We're going to do standing abs again, but there's one twist in the tail or modification. Instead of going opposite elbow, opposite knee, let's do the same elbow to the same side. With something like this. After this exercise, like I said, we'll take another quick break. With the here on inclusive here and showing everybody the different options. If you're seated, just do what you can, whatever range of motion you have. The elbow and the knee don't have to touch each other, but if they get close, that's what we're looking at. Even if it's just, let's count it down here and then we'll take a break. Let's go. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one here, maybe one bonus here. A bonus one, we'll take a break. Okay. Grab a drink if you need it. We'll reset here and do another block or set of intervals, so to speak there. For this last movement, we will use our paddle, but we don't need the chair. You can still use the chair, but I'll give you a standing option. So you can pick. I'm going to move my chair just completely out of the way here. When you're on camera, if you're on camera, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, little wave here, high five. When you're ready to code, that will let me know if the group's coming together. We can get started momentarily. 4 more exercises, again, focusing a little bit more on the upper body. We'll use the legs here in the beginning. We're going to go through some marching. Next is some stand-up paddleboarding. You can do that seated as well. We're going to throw in some boxing there. Where we practice this, a jab, cross, and then we'll finish up with sort of a U-kick exercise at the end. All right, ready to go on our last set here. We're going to start with some marching in place. Go ahead and get ready. Let me reset our timer here. Getting going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Some marching in place. Let's use those arms. Make this a bit more challenging. Pick up that tempo here and almost do a slight jog. The goal with our workouts is we can adapt them, we can make them a little bit easier, slow it down. We can also make them a bit more challenging. You pick what works best for you, of course. Think of me today as really a guide, as a friend, a colleague, and leading us through the workout together. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace a bit here. Last 10 seconds of this. Then we're going to transition. Grab that paddle into the stand-up paddle mode. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and grab that paddle. Okay, we're going to use very similar to our canoe strokes. Our canoe strokes are sitting, but I'm going to be standing. So something like this. If you're used to sweeping the floor, probably looks like this. So just really keep those arms a bit more straight, reaching forward, and do that bit more of a crunch. Looking great on camera to our participants. We're doing some massive sweeping here. Maybe it's time to do some spring cleaning in that garage. Let's get ready. We're going to switch sides here. And feeling it here. Definitely as I engage and feeling some of the muscles in my stomach. Okay, we'll count you down here. Let's do 5 more good ones here. Finish on a good note. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Looking really good. Let's do an extra bonus one. Put that canoe paddle aside. Get to our boxing here. So kind of bouncing around on our feet a little bit here. You can do this one seated again. We're going to be doing our jab and a cross. So let's get a little hop, a little bounce in our step. Shake those arms. Bring our arms up here closer to the in front of our chin. Okay. For me, I have my left foot a little forward, my right back. You can go the other way. I'm going to have a nice athletic stance here. I'm going to do a right jab. Let's do a couple of them. Jab, right jab, right jab. Now a left jab, left jab, left jab, right jab. Follow along. Left up, left cross, right jab, left cross, right jab, left cross, left jab, right cross. Great work to Nancy there. Left jab, right work, right cross, left jab, right cross, left uppercut. And keep it going here. Left jab, another left jab, right jab, left jab, right cross, left uppercut, watch, right uppercut. Okay, shake those out here. Do a few more. We'll finish it out here. A couple more boxing punches, and we're just about into our last minute here. We're going overtime, okay? So left jab, follow along. See if you can follow right jab, right cross, left jab, right cross, left uppercut, right uppercut, left uppercut, left jab, right cross, right jab, left cross, jab, 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 jab. Okay. Final minute here, getting ready to overtime. Pick whatever you want. I'm going to finish it out last minute here. I'm going to do some double pulling. Pick maybe your favorite or a new exercise that you learned today, a new movement. Keep it going here. We're 45 seconds from the end. I'm doing some stand-up paddleboarding. I'm using both sides here. Hopefully you are too. I see some boxing going on there. I'm going to switch to my canoeing here. Got 30 seconds to go. We're really grinding it out here. Great work, everybody. Keep it up, keep it up. Double pulling here, doing some speed ball. Tap. Tap. Marching in place. Last 10 seconds here, I'll count it down for you. Whatever you're doing, if you can keep this pace going here, even speed it up. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Great job. I see people bouncing around on camera. Arms were up here. They were down here. We're engaging muscles in our trunk, our stomach, and back. Excellent work. Grab a quick breather. Need a drink of water. We'll finish up with just a short cool down here, and we'll get to the end of the workout for today. Take as much time as you need. I'm going to start, you can start sitting or standing. I'm going to start seated here. Drain on the cool down here whenever you're ready. I'm going to take my right arm. I'm going to cross my body here, take my left hand and kind of hold my elbow. Feel a bit of a stretch maybe in the shoulder. Hold this for a while. Go ahead and switch to the other side here. Just a few seconds, we're going to switch to another one. Little back of the arm, what we call tricep stretch. So I'm going to just put my arm back like this, grab my elbow. You can see this. So I got my right arm bent, my left just going to kind of pull on my elbow. Do this with a little stretch in the back side of the arm. Right arm bent, left hand is kind of pulling that elbow in towards the head. Again, great work to everybody. We got our 30 minutes of movement in today. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Department of Health and Human Services through our federal government really recommends that for optimal health, everybody engage in 150 minutes of activity each week. If you break that down, it's a little over 20 minutes a day. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Or 5 days a week, doing something like this for about 30 minutes. So a couple different ways. Main point is just doing whatever you can to stay active throughout the week. And I think it's a really great form of medicine. Okay, next we're going to do side stretch here. Take my right arm. It's going to bend over here. It's up to you. Bring it back here in the camera. How far you want to reach over. Here, here. Go to the other side. Just a reminder for everybody, our summer workouts now that we're on a summer schedule, we have Thursday mornings at 9:30 Eastern. Every week we'll have one of our up and moving team members on. Next week it'll be Abby leading the workout. We'll do one more on each side here. Every week we'll try to mix it up and have a different workout, different flavor, perhaps a different instructor. And we do have our website up to date, so if you missed the recording, you go to our website, of course, upandmoving.org. Check out our workout archive as well. Switch to the other side. Back here in the center, I interlace my fingers here. Go ahead and push them out. Kind of play around. You can go down here for a second. Out. Last stretch here that you're going to do really kind of like those rotations in the beginning. Just going to do this little slight rotation from side to side. Take a couple of deep breaths here. You can close your eyes. Really envision here, maybe your hands just kind of going through, if you're walking in water. A nice little twist here. Slower breathing. Before wrapping up here, I'll go ahead and stop the recording. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those. Say hello. And again, we hope to see you at one of our future workouts. We're not each Thursday at 9:30. So great work, everybody. High five. Pat on the back, virtual clap here. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Steve. That was marvelous.